So,
Hello everyone, I'm RecB5,
and I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Diablo PC Solo Warrior playthrough.
Yes, and it's been a while, so you're gonna have to refresh my memory. Where were we?
I think we just finished clearing level 9 of the caves, if I recall, but only because it was so damn difficult.
Yeah.
It's probably the only reason I remember it.
Yeah, well, I remember your pace abruptly slowed to a crawl.
Yeah, it was
in the last
very
episode.
hard floor. And, yeah, I'm still not quite sure how I feel about it. We did make some decent use of the teleport spell. Let's see here. I think I was even using that instead of the fire wall, because the enemies that we were encountering were fire immune.
Whoa, what can I do for
Check
you?
Griswold. Hopefully he has something, but he probably won't. An obsidian plate could be useful to max out our resistances, if we had to. But other than that, there's really not a lot there for us. What do I even have for resistance gear?
You have a lot of things there. You have a lot of rings and amulets.
Yeah. Well, the main thing is, if you buy resistance gear like that obsidian plate, you want to be damn well sure you're not going to be encountering physical attack enemies on that floor. Because if you do encounter physical attack enemies on that floor, they'll totally kill you.
Yeah.
But also, too, the lightning resistance is not as important for the most part. Right? It's the fire resistance and the magic resistance that are most important.
Okay.
So let's see here. What do we have for amulets? I don't know. I might even just pick that plate up just because
Whoa,
we're
what
always
can I
in
do
such
for you?
desperate need. It's so expensive though. But I guess I do have a lot of money saved up.
Well, you got the money, and this is the last time through, so you can't take it with you, right?
Yeah, well, you know, the idea being that maybe it'll be fine. So let's see. Let's go count our cash. So let's see here.
I mean, you couldn't even take all your gold with you after the last playthrough, right? Like, you had to leave a bunch of it behind.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About. Minus 10,000.
Okay,
So
that's,
6
that's
times 8
48.
is 48. So, and then times 5. So that'd be 48 times 5. Well, 10 times 5 is 50, 100, 150, 200. So that'd be 250, 240. So we have 240.
Yeah, you got more gold there than you could spend, I think.
Yeah, so I'll buy that equipment to drop some mana potions here. But it just might be good to have a little bit of resistance gear in case we need it, because you never know. You could end up with a triple succubus level. The bad thing is, of course, we will lose some hit points if we switch gear.
Yeah.
Right? About 20 hit points. And a little bit of magic ability. And a little bit of damage. And a little bit of chance to hit.
I
But,
don't know. This all really doesn't sound like that good of a deal.
well, magic is so deadly, though, and so dangerous.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I switch to my ivory ring here, right, that'll protect me against succubi, but it won't really protect me all that much. I'd have to switch to this, then I lose some chance to hit. I have 63% resist magic there. Right? Then if I equip, say... Well, currently we have an Amulet of the Zodiac, which is boosting our hit points a whole ton, but I might have to switch to this Crimson Amulet of the Eagle, which I guess means our hit points are alright, but then our chance to hit drops, and our fire resist doesn't really get that much better. And with how deadly fire is going to be, especially on this difficulty, I really feel like I want the extra resist, because we just haven't found enough of it. So... 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65.
How much does
On
this?
some of this stuff.
How much does this armor you want to buy cost?
64k. Oh wait, no, I totally, like, maybe picked up too much? No, I have 68k.
Yeah, well, if it's 64, you should have enough now.
Yeah, I just need to drop some more mana potions because I need to have enough room to actually buy it. Alright, and I'm sure we'll get more gold. Like, I'm not really worried about that. But I just want to take care of this resistance situation because it's a really bad situation that we're in for resistances. And even if I have to switch armors again,
Whoa,
because I
what
couldn't
can
bring
do
that
for
with
you?
me. I didn't have enough space to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Although I do have this obsidian shield. Let's not forget that. Right? As opposed to the saintly shield.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of looks after the resistance situation.
Without spending all that money?
Without spending all that money.
Well, there you go. Maybe you just need to swap shields then, huh?
Yeah, maybe I do just need to swap shields. Maybe we will hold off on that purchase for now. It'll still be there for a while yet. If we change your mind. Totally wasted everybody's time, but I guess that's okay. So, I guess I'll ditch all this gold, and maybe I'll pause while I do this. Because I also have to walk down to dungeon level 10.
Okay.
And we're back.
Yes. And after a lengthy hike...
Yeah, I had to walk throughout the level. I know where the wall the stairs are always going to be on.
Yeah.
But, yeah. We want to be very, 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 very careful here. Our resistances suck, and I don't know what we're encountering here. I want to get to that door, but it's dangerous to get to that door. Because I don't know what's on the other side of that door. Or on the other side of this little wall.
Yeah. What typically appears in here? Those rhinoceros things, the lightning bolt throwing, yeah, there you go. And probably some of those, what are those things called? The storm something or others?
Yeah,
I bet you'll probably see some of those too.
we'll see. I'm going to boost my hit points for now so that I don't get one shot. Hopefully. Because those guys with their charge attacks can do a hell of a lot of damage. Okay, here comes lightning thrower. Not super worried about him. Although, in large numbers, they can be very, very deadly.
Yeah.
This is not a good doorway, though.
It's not.
Nope, because you can walk around this set of walls.
Oh, isn't there a bunch of barrels in the way there, though?
There might be.
Yeah, I saw a barrel light up when you put your pointer over there.
I'm just wondering if they block the entire path.
It kind of looks... Well, you could test it.
I will when I get down there. Speaking of which, we found a chest on the previous floor, but it only had normal splint mail in it, so I didn't bother refilming for that.
What a letdown. And here we were hoping that it would have that sword of annihilate everything in one hit.
Ah! Okay, can I get there from here? No, he wants to walk all the way around.
Okay,
So we're going to leave these barrels intact
yeah,
if we
because
can.
those barrels block the path, right?
That's right. Oh, I can't even get to that doorway, actually.
Oh, because the barrel's in the way?
The barrels are in the way.
Does that doorway actually go anywhere?
On the
or is it
bright
just
side.
Is it just a little dead end?
I'm not sure, but on the bright side, that means that this is a doorway I can hold because they can't walk around this side.
Oh.
So we have a base.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what else is on this floor.
Well, I think we saw a sampling of what to expect
Okay.
there.
Here comes a guy. You gotta be much more cautious with these guys on this difficulty because they do so much damage. It might even be a good idea for me to keep myself healed. And then, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the lightning damage. How does that affect me? We lose 2 hit points and a little bit of chance to hit and a little bit of armor. But we end up with 70% resist all lightning.
Resist all lightning?
Or resist
all...
lightning, yeah. We'll see how that works.
Yeah.
You just don't want to encounter a big pack of those lightning throwers, because that could be very bad.
Yep.
That's why the resistances.
Wow, those guys are fast enough that they can even get you through your speedy attack, eh?
Yep. Well, part of it too, a big part of it is that we miss a lot. We just don't have the chance to hit.
Yeah, I can see it now if you're going to have to play cat and mouse with these guys like this.
I just don't know how hard these guys hit, because some of them can hit for up to 200 points of damage on a charge.
Yeah.
And we don't have perfect block. Especially since I went and unequipped our Thing of the Zodiac. So I just want to take on these chargers with caution. It's not that they're particularly deadly once they engage you. It's the charge.
Yeah.
Charge.
Well, if you stand off to one side in the doorway, they can't charge you, right?
That's right. That's why I'm doing it. And they don't seem to have the chance to actually hit me with normal attacks.
Too much baggage.
Yeah, you can't carry anymore.
There was a second one out here.
Yes, I saw him, but
there he is.
there he is. He just didn't notice you right
I
away.
gotta pawn
That's
some
right.
of this stuff.
See, we're struggling to hit him as much as he's struggling to hit us. That's going to be a continuing theme. And the only thing we can do to solve it is get a better weapon or level up. And we're not likely to do either.
Too bad you can't put a custom order with Griswold there.
No kidding. It would be really, really useful to have a lot more chance to hit, or a lot more dexterity, or both.
Oh well, you're playing this on harder than what most people will play anyway.
Okay, here comes a guy. We're
Because
just
I personally never played it on anything other than the basic level. And I found that to be plenty challenging enough, right? So you're doing here kind of what I do in Fallout 4 or Skyrim with the alternate start mods. You know, where I'll start a low-level character, you know, like way out of an area that's anything remotely safe for a character of that level.
Oh, you should see what I can do. There's a bug in this game that you can trigger to start a level 1 character on Nightmare.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe I should do that sometime. It is possible to beat the game that way. It's just extremely hard.
I could see why.
All I want is this doorway.
Ooh.
That's all I'm here for, is the doorway.
Well, you just found a whole bunch of new friends.
It's okay, though. We have this doorway.
Well, now they're going to stand there. We're not going in there. The mean man with the club will beat us to death.
It's actually better to let these guys walk in, because if you knock them back, they might try to charge.
Yeah.
Even this guy, he could try to charge me standing where he is.
Uh-huh.
So it's better if I actually stand over here and let him come in so that he doesn't charge me.
An empty chest. How disappointing.
Yep. But such is life. Okay, I heard a door. That's going to be...
Yep, somebody opened a door somewhere.
Yeah, and I might be being a little overcautious because these guys really can't hurt me with anything other than their charge, but the charge, I think, has like 3 times chance to hit. So if they have like a 40% chance to hit me, they'd with the without the charge, they have like a 120% chance to hit me with the charge. And then I only have like a 97 minus the level difference between me and them chance to block, and I'm pretty sure they're higher level than me. They should be like level 40 by now. So that means that I'm only going to have like an 80 or a 70% chance to block against them, if that.
So how would you play this scenario if you were playing with the wizard?
You would just use Mana Shield and you would nuke everything with Fireball and Lightning, and anything that's immune to Fireball and Lightning, you would use Stone Curse and a Golem. Or Stone Curse and then just beat it to death. Yeah, did you see that? But he hit the door.
Yeah, he missed you. He just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yep.
Too much baggage. I
don't actually want that hard leather armor. I just want to get past it. Just toss that over there. Maybe I'll come back for it and identify it later.
Yeah, you got a chest down there you can open there. Uh-oh.
Got a shitload of enemies, too.
Yeah, you gotta take care of those guys first, eh?
Yep. His big thing, too, is these guys are so large, it can be hard to individually target them, because you end up pointing at, like, this guy's horn or something, right? Small shield.
See, all I know is when I played with the sorcerer, even on normal difficulty, I died a lot, right?
Sorcerer on normal difficulty is the hardest normal difficulty start, because he starts out the weakest. However, he ends up being like the single strongest character in the entire game.
You found an amulet.
I did. And so what you end up doing is you just end up walking into rooms and nuking things.
Amulet of 80% resist all.
I would like that. I think the most I can get is like 35, maybe.
Oh.
But even that would be a huge help, because then I could wear my ring and my amulet, and then I could use the Ring of Perfection all the time.
I don't know. I found that there were always difficult opponents for, you know, like different types of characters. And, you know, like one type of opponent that your fighter would just breeze through with no problems is a major challenge for one of the other character types, right? And vice versa.
Well,
And it just seemed to me like no matter what character I was playing in this game, whether it was just that I was unlucky or maybe the thing, you know, like was setting up the game on purpose for a challenge, but it seemed like I always met up with the most difficult spawns for the character type I was playing, right?
Yeah, well, they tend to, we gotta get back. It tends to spawn a very healthy mixture of enemies.
Yeah.
Okay, they've got a guy with them.
Yeah, you don't want a multiple matchup of those guys, right?
That's right. Top myself off here.
Like when I played the warrior, it seemed like I got nothing but a steady diet of succubi and wizard types. And if I played the you know, rogue, then I got nothing but a steady diet of aggressive melee types, you know?
We also tend to remember most what we tend to spend the most time on as well. But no, the game, I don't believe, has logic like that built into it. Oh. It's actually more or less completely random.
Oh.
And if you get really bad spawns for one character class type, it's just because you got unlucky. Okay, there's a guy. We're going to get behind cover.
Go in the door.
Yep.
Because there's a whole collection of those guys again.
Well, and again, I don't think if they just walked up to me and tried to hit me, I don't think they'd be that deadly. It's just the charge I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Because some of these guys, again, they can do over 200 points of damage with their charge. Isn't that a funny little rendering error?
I didn't see it.
Oh, some of these guys died inside of this fence here, and then there's like a rendering order issue where this guy is attacking over the fence and he's disappearing behind it.
Oh.
Just a funny little quirk. Okay, there's another one. It's better too if you can go out to meet these guys and not give them a chance to charge.
Yeah.
That's why you open chests last. Tower shield. Still not useful.
Power shield of worthlessness.
Pretty much. But we get another doorway. This entire half of the level is segregated by doorways. Gives us some areas to work with. In fact, exploring the level from down there is probably the safest bet, because we don't know what we'll encounter up there, and it looks like they can wrap around this part of the map. So I think I'm going to go down through this way and just try to explore the long way around. Ugh. But it takes as long as it takes. Okay, we've got a guy, but I don't know if we have a charger with him.
Oh, there's like a whole bunch of them there.
It's okay, we've got the resistances. They're no problem for us. Yeah, again, it's not the lightning throwing guys that I'm particularly scared of right now, it's the chargers. Okay, I heard a door. There's something up there, and it didn't throw lightning at me, so it's probably a charger.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh well, drink that little mana potion, then you can pick up that scroll of whatever it is.
Down portal.
Oh, okay.
It's not a bad idea to have a couple of them. I think we already had... No, we didn't even have one, so now we have one. Another town portal and healing. I don't need those, though. We'll walk up to this door aggressively. Oh, it's blocked by a barrel. That's interesting. We could actually teleport past there.
Or break the barrel.
Or break the barrel.
Looks like that's just a little dead-end room anyway, isn't it?
No, it's a staircase room.
Oh.
Down to the next level.
Oh, okay. It goes through kind of like a narrow hallway and then opens up into a big area. Big open area.
That's right. I'm just gonna let him throw lightning at me. Because I don't want to move. Because if I move, I might piss something else off.
He doesn't seem to do a whole lot of damage with the lightning anyway, really.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of lightning resistance, right? I just want to make sure that, like, if I step forward here, I don't piss something off. Because it's a very wide open area.
You have that doorway to fall back on, though.
I do. And I can teleport, so I can get back there quicker. Yeah, they can charge across the water.
Oh, that doesn't look like it hurt you much, though.
I drank a potion there.
Oh.
We're just gonna do that. Yeah, I kind of just assumed that he was going to do a shitload of damage and drank a potion as soon as he hit me. He may not have actually even hit me. It's possible we could have blocked it, but I didn't want to take any chances. Can you die before my mace breaks? So yeah. Teleport is going to come in handy. We need to pick up this healing potion now.
Oh, there's another one. No.
Another few.
Yep, another few. A dagger. Wow.
Yeah, you know, we're going to get all the high quality drops because
these-
drops aren't tied to difficulty level, right?
Yeah, these guys are dropping garbage, right?
Yep. So we got to be careful too because they can charge across lava.
Yeah.
So the lava to them is transitable space. And that's why you got to be so careful for them. They can't walk across it under normal circumstances, but they can charge across it.
Well, he charged into the wall.
Yep, he charged into the wall. They don't check to see if there are obstacles in the way when they charge either, they just charge at you.
Ah.
I think it's like, if they can see you, they can charge at you. And because this is not obscuring...
Ooh.
Ooh, excuse you.
Yeah.
But because this wall is not obscuring, you can see through it,
Yeah.
then if they can see you, they can charge at you.
Yeah, that was just another taste of that delicious root beer flavored sparkling water that I just drank.
Ah. Yeah, you really like that stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Even though it's like the no-name brand stuff.
I don't care what name brand it is, but, you know, imagine it's probably the same as any brand name. Actually, I never even had root beer flavored sparkling water before. I didn't know there was such a thing.
I don't think they make it.
Well, somebody does.
Yeah, apparently the no-name brand people.
Yeah. And it doesn't seem to be a rare thing because now my wife has brought a box of that home 2 shopping trips in a row.
Yeah, well, the no-name brand stuff, like, there's like, because I've been to the grocery store too, and I've seen that same item. There's like a big giant shelf of it like this. And it's like this wide and like this tall. For those of you, I'm showing like a shelf that is like, oh, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet, or like a foot. Yeah, 2 or 3 feet wide and like maybe a foot tall or 2 feet tall. Like, it's a big shelf loaded with these things.
Look.
And here I am talking about root beer flavored water, and my cautious scouting goes to the wind.
Yeah, because you're too busy gesturing and showing just how big a shelf the root beer flavored water would go on.
Yeah, well, it's like as much as what would be like Coca-Cola on a shelf. Like, those tend to take up a lot of shelf space too, because a lot of people buy Coca-Cola or you know, Pepsi.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm kind of glad because, you know what, I've been drinking those berry flavored waters for quite some time because that's what there was, and it's nice to have something that isn't a berry flavored water.
Yeah, you get a little tired of the berry flavoring after a while, huh?
Yeah, and I've always liked root beer, it's just that I don't like
The sugary?
the sweetness of it, right?
Yeah.
Because the sweetness of it just makes me thirsty again.
Yeah, well, sugar in general actually dehydrates you.
And while this is not as strong a root beer flavor as
See, they went and got themselves stuck down there.
yep.
Those guys are resistant to lightning and immune to magic, so I could firewall them.
Yeah, you could. You can just firewall them. But you might not want to get meleeed by 2 of those guys at the same time. Yeah, just firewall them.
I will. I just want to scout down here a little bit.
Oh, there's another one of those guys.
Yeah, we'll come around this way. Yeah, at 505 gold pieces.
But anyway, yeah, like I've liked the different types of root beer, or I would better if it was less sugary, right?
Yeah. Well, a lot of stuff is just made to be really, really sweet.
Yeah. Well, I guess most people like that kind of thing, right? It's funny, but that one of the reasons that I like to drink black coffee is because I actually like the bitter taste better, right?
Oh, looks like they're coming out after all.
Well, they found their way out.
Ooh.
Just like bullfighting or something.
Yeah, or something, yeah. I don't know, it's just better not to get hit by that. If you can help it. $243 to 403 hit points.
Wow.
But I didn't have my firewall spell ready, so I didn't end up firewalling them.
See, that maneuver kind of made me remember the old Bugs Bunny cartoon where he ends up being in the bullfighting ring.
Oh, yeah.
And he keeps outsmarting the bull for one way or another. And every time that happens, then you see the bull sharpening his horns on the grinding wheel, or, you know, like one of those pedal run grinding wheels like in Skyrim.
Yep.
Or, you know, other things like that, right?
Yep.
And then you see him out in the ring there, and he gets out the old chalk for the cues. Then he chalks up the ends of his horns. And then he charges, and of course something goes wrong, and he ends up with his horns sticking through a board
See
wall.
what I mean about the damage?
Yeah, a board wall or something, and then Bugs Bunny whips out a hammer and bends his horns down and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
Funny stuff.
Well, you saw how much damage that did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we're being so cautious.
Yeah, you want to avoid that. Believe it or not, they played that cartoon at a rock concert.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A band back in the late 70s, early 80s called Yes. And when they came to town to do a concert, you know, in the arena, you know, an arena full, like they filled the arena because they were fairly famous, popular, you know, rock band back then. And instead of having an opening act, they showed this cartoon, right?
Oh, what the hell? Why not, right?
Well, it worked for them because everybody was laughing, and, you know, because it was one of the funniest, in my opinion, one of the funniest Bugs Bunny cartoons ever made, right?
Yep.
But yeah, they were showing this old Bugs Bunny cartoon that was probably made in like the early 1960s or something, right? Because I think a lot of those cartoons are really, really old now.
Yeah, they are.
Like I can remember watching them when I was a kid, and a lot of them were in reruns then.
Yep. Well, sadly, they've gone and censored a lot of them too. They do things now like they cut away when anvils drop on people's heads and things, and it's just like, come on, that's the best part.
Yeah. So no more of the coyote having his clever trap backfire and get him instead. And that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
well, I mean, like, I guess technically in terms of the story of the show, it still does, but like,
you don't actually see him get squashed by the boulder or whatever.
and that was the whole fun of it.
Well,
I don't know if they're still doing that, but they were doing that for a while, like a couple of years ago.
yeah.
And I know that's something that bothered me. I didn't really like that. Yep, there's a boss.
Look, you found a boss, did you?
I did. Come a little closer, buddy. We're just gonna stone curse him and try to kill him this way.
Yeah, that seems like the best and easiest way to do it. Wow.
Very, 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 very tough.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't have wanted to get into a toe-to-toe hacking match with him, right?
That's right. We're not even gonna play around with something like that. We do, however, want that, what dropped the scroll golem? We want that sword that he dropped. Because it might be something approaching decent.
Oh, you found a magical sword, did you?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Where is it? Claymore? Claymore. Magic Claymore. It's probably crap, but we're getting to a point now where we might find decent things. Yeah, I just didn't want to deal with that guy. I thought he was probably pretty dangerous.
Well, you still, one of the reasons that your inventory is so full is because you haven't been burning through the magic potions like you have on
Previous floors.
In other floors, yeah. Maybe because it's not necessary for the type of spawns that you got in this level or something.
Different spells cast, too.
Yeah.
And not as much spell casting, you know, you might notice.
Yeah.
A lot more just cautious advancing.
Yeah.
But I also might be being a little more cautious than I need to be here too, because I actually haven't been at this for a while. We had our Christmas break.
Yeah. Yeah, we took about 3 or 4 days off, I guess, to do the Christmas and family things and all that kind of stuff. And to tell you the truth, I was starting to burn out a little bit too anyway. I needed a little bit of time away from this.
Yeah, well, the Christmas special football is really...
Yeah, that was a really tough schedule to keep.
Not that we didn't enjoy doing it, however.
No, it was still fun, but like I said, it's, you know, it's tough when you suddenly add
7 more videos.
Yeah, the better part of, what is it, an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes per episode.
That's right, yep.
And that's just the recording time, and then you have to process those videos, and then you have to re-watch them to make sure that they processed okay. And
yep.
I mean,
otherwise, if you upload a video without rewatching it to make sure that it processed okay, it could have dead blocks on the hard drive, and then you can end up with videos that you upload to, say, YouTube that have dead spots in them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically a quality control thing, right? Like
That's right.
Every video that we make gets re-watched after the processing is done, just to make sure that there wasn't a technical,
dead block in it.
like a technical problem of some sort. And actually, since I got I don't know how about your computer here, but since I got my new hard drive a year and a half or so ago, or 2 years ago, I don't remember now, but the old hard drive that we were using for videos had lots of problems, and we had to...
yeah, lots of bad blocks on it for some reason.
Yeah. And this newer one, actually, we haven't... I don't remember if we ever even had a video fail yet.
We haven't, no. But that was why we started this process the way it is to begin with, is because of bad blocks.
Yeah. And actually, sometimes you can even have a corrupted enough file that it won't upload, right?
Yep.
You know, you'll be in the upload process and it'll just go into a loop forever. So it's, you know, by the time you record and then process, because it takes about the same amount of time to compress a video as it does to record it. And then, of course, you have to watch it again. Well, you're looking at probably the better part of 5 or 6 hours of total production time for a football episode, right?
Yep. They're like the longest ones that we got.
Yeah, and when you're doing one every single day...
It takes up a lot of time.
It takes up a lot of time. And so, you know, like I kind of took over the processing and the quality control for those, but still, that's why we had a hard time keeping up with our normal recording schedule during that time too, right?
Yeah, because I still had to go to work and everything.
Yeah,
too.
because you still have other things going on in your life. It's fortunate that I don't, so I actually had time to do that kind of stuff. But even though I had time, it still kind of burned me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I was spending like...
Oof. That was bad.
Yeah. I was spending like, 10 hours or 12 hours a day.
Compressing stuff, yeah.
Compressing and stuff and watching videos and that kind of thing, right?
Yep. Even though 7 videos a week might seem like a lot, it's a significantly lesser workload compared to 14 a week.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's half as much.
Maybe over half as much, or maybe less than half as much.
The football episodes, just because it takes a certain amount of time to play a game, too.
Makes them longer.
Makes them longer because most of our videos like this, we have a certain amount of control over how much time we let them run, right?
That's right. Whereas with football, it's kind of intangible because you have penalties and other things.
Well, and not only that, but you have to play the game until the game is done, right?
Yeah.
Whereas here, like if you finish this level and you're, by the time you finish this level, if you're a few minutes past an hour, well, you can go, okay, that's it for this episode, right? Rather than starting another level that might take you, another hour and a bit and end up with like a super long episode, right?
Yeah. See, I don't mind letting these guys get near me because they're not as...
Yeah, they don't have the attack speed because those other guys have like double attack speed, right?
Double attack speed, and they also have more chance to hit.
Nah.
But these guys have the raw damage.
Yeah. Yeah, you might not want to get outnumbered by those guys.
Thankfully, they're a little squishier.
Yeah. But that's why, another reason why we keep our episodes of most things that we do to around between an hour and 15 minutes. Sometimes if we're in the middle of something and we don't want to put it away right away, we might go as long as an hour and a half, right?
Yep.
But one of the reasons for that, first, it keeps the file sizes down.
That's right.
For uploading, but it also, keeps
reduces the processing time.
It reduces the amount of time that you have to dedicate to, doing the other things that you have to do besides just recording, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think these guys have a higher armor class than the others. That's why I have so much trouble hitting them. That's why I seem to, kind of chew through the lightning throwers so easily. Even though they have, 50 more hit points.
Yeah, they're more like a glass cannon kind of a deal.
That's right.
But yeah, even trying to do one video a day, which is what we have normally been doing, is sometimes a lot to do too, right?
Yep.
Especially with your work hours, because you don't, necessarily have time. By the time you finish work, it's tough for you. We're probably approaching the time when you want to turn in and go to sleep because you got to get up in the morning, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, although thankfully not tomorrow. Thankfully I have tomorrow off.
Yeah.
But usually we try to grind it out on the weekends in order to get our recordings done.
But typically, I don't know what time it is right now, but I think it's probably around, 9:30 or something?
About that, yeah.
Yeah. So in another hour or so, you're probably usually, unless you've got the next day off, you're usually probably thinking about getting some shut-eye, right?
That's right, yep.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's okay, we blocked that one.
Oh, okay.
If you're not standing totally still when those guys charge you, you have no ability to block them and they'll just hit you. And it'll just hurt. One of the better things you can do if you're not already moving is to just let them hit you.
What is this?
This is a long, skinny door room.
I guess so, yeah.
And we took a pretty good hit from that guy.
But anyway, that's a little bit on why we sometimes will limit the amount of time in our episodes instead of going, 2, 3, 4 hours, right?
That's right.
It's because there just isn't enough hours in the day, and to tell you the truth, even though I'm retired, I still have other things to do too.
Yep.
My wife wants to see me every now and again too, and
Indeed.
That kind of thing, right? Although I think for the first little while of my retirement, I made a nuisance of myself because she's used to, having a lot of time to herself, during the day with nobody around.
Yep.
And having somebody around kind of interrupted her peace, I guess.
That's funny.
Yeah. So now, you know, for a certain amount of time every day, I stay away from her and let her have
Her peace.
her peace, her peace and quiet time, right?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want me around making a nuisance of myself all the time.
Ah, well. Well, this is almost looking like level. I don't know how long that took.
That one went a little bit quicker, so we're at about 45 minutes here. I don't know. Whether you maybe want to go back to town and do a little bit of identifying and shopping and that kind of thing. And,
Yeah, well, there was some stuff over here that I want to pick up too.
yeah.
Cross a level in a hurry with teleport, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, it does cost quite a bit. But maybe by the time you're done doing some of those administrative things, we'll be close enough to an hour that maybe you can just call it an episode.
Possibly.
Because I think
I gotta
that,
pawn some of this stuff.
you know,
Yeah, well, with the difficulty of some of these levels, it might not be a good idea to start a new one now.
yeah, because you don't know what you're going to run into, right? And you're definitely not going to be able to wade through anything in about a half hour, right?
Let's see here. We are still not quite level up material there.
How far away are you?
We're 26 out of 32.
Hello, my friend.
Oh.
Stay a
Oh,
while
it's
and
trash.
listen.
Hey, that's really good.
What is it? What
A
does it say?
Jade Amulet of Precision.
Resist all... What does that say?
24%.
Yeah, that is good, hey?
And plus 18 to Dexterity.
Wow, yeah, that gives you a bonus to your attack chance too, right?
Yeah, so it's not like the greatest thing in the world, because we lose like about 40 hit points from it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's worth keeping, though.
But it's worth keeping.
Because that could come in handy if you do run into, like, a bunch of magic-using enemies and that kind of thing, right?
That's right. And, for example, I could, if I had to, for hit points, we have a Ring of the Lion here.
Yeah.
That I can swap in for hit points.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Well, and your amulet actually more than replaces the dexterity that you give up from swapping that out, right?
It's
Because you get a dexterity buff that's almost the same.
it's about equal, because the thing about it is we have this,
Yeah.
but the reason why this amulet is important is because if we go over here and we take this shield, we have max resist everything now.
Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah, so, you know, it's a little bit of a trade-off. We lose a bit of dexterity, we lose a bit of chance to hit, but we gain the ability to actually resist magic properly, finally.
Well, and the thing is that if you're in a situation where you need that stuff, you're probably not fighting enemies where you need the chance to hit anyway, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And even if I am, I can use this equipment loadout for fighting melee enemies, and then if ranged enemies shoot me a little bit with this level of resistance, at least they won't kill me.
Yeah. What that sword you found turn out to be?
Just sort of precision. It's junk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I guess
what
you
can
can
I do
sell
for
it,
you?
and maybe he'll have something better for sale next time, right? Because you did buy something from him.
No, I actually didn't.
Oh, you didn't buy anything from him?
Oh, of accuracy, that was also crap. So let's see here.
just- Disappointing.
What can I do for you?
Dude, the cheapest item he has is a sword of sling, so let's just buy that. And then he has a massive sword, which also still isn't useful. He'll sell the sword of sling.
Just to get a new item into his.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So he generated that massive sword, so now the cheapest item he has is this bow of vigor.
Yeah.
We'll buy that. And I think he just generated another bow of vigor in its place.
Yeah, I think that this buying something to get him to reset his inventory is probably a pretty iffy thing, right?
Well, the thing about it is we have more than enough gold now that we could buy the equipment that we need, if only he would spawn it.
Yeah.
That's really what the difficulty is. Right, we just need him to actually have it in stock.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You made your life a little bit harder by playing this game the way that you are, too, though, because if you were playing this as a traditional one-player saved game, right, then you would be getting all sorts of extra side quests and chances to get some really good unique items and that kind of thing that you just don't have access to now, right?
In a way, although most unique items don't stand up to hell difficulty. Right? Oops, not sell, I wanna... Well, yeah, you know what? I might sell... What I got a Scroll of Town Portal, Golem, and Healing. Okay, maybe I won't sell those. Maybe I'll just leave them alone.
Let's see if she got a book for sale.
Yeah.
Book of Firebolt, Book of Holy Bolt.
Nothing we really care about.
No, not really. Nothing. Neither of those things will help you much.
Even though I have a decent level of them right now, I think. Like, I think I have decent level... Well, I have level 3 Firebolt. That's never going to be useful. And it was never going to be useful. But, well, I guess our Holy Bolt's kind of under level 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if spell level contributes to chance to hit, because that's basically what we would use it for, and we would basically use it to draw Diablo out.
Yeah, well, all you do is you're using that to provoke him so that he'll chase you, right?
That's right. Yeah. And then he's going to kick the crap out of us because he's so much stronger than us.
That's why you run away rapidly?
Yep. And you just hope you don't die while you're doing it. Yeah, I don't know. Griswold really didn't have anything. We're going to check Word.
Somebody else needs to open up a competing shop here.
Yeah. Well, technically, Wirt, or Griswold gets competition from Wirt, you know.
Not much. Wirt only ever has one item.
Heh. The Griswold Microsoft Monopoly?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's the Griswold Monopoly, yeah.
Over here.
Ah.
Yeah, that wasn't worth it either.
No, all we did was lose money. Although I guess we picked up 500 gold a pop, so we had money to burn.
Yeah.
So I just gotta, you know, reorganize my inventory and shit here and...
Wow, I'm feeling like a bedtime too, even though I slept in today.
Yeah?
Yeah, you gotta buy some healing potions or something.
I do, yeah. And there was also that hard leather armor. Maybe I'll teleport around down there and just grab that right quick.
What ails you, my friend?
Why, what's that gonna sell for, 100 gold or something?
It could be like resistance armor. I don't know. It's not like we'd need it now, though.
It was magic?
It was.
Oh.
I just didn't bother picking it up because it was, you know, whatever. I'm not really sure even how much utility we would get out of such a thing anyways. It's probably garbage.
Well, I would say that hard leather armor at this point in the game is probably a little bit too underpowered for you anyways. Right?
Yeah, well, basically you'd just be using it as a utility item.
I don't even remember where the hell you
I
left
remember it is. It's on the other side of this wall. It's like over here somewhere. Either it was this door, where the hard leather armor was, or it was this door.
Well, there's a chest
there it
you
is.
didn't open.
Oh yeah, there's a chest I didn't open. Wow. Look how sloppy I am. Oh, that could have been a one-hit kill.
Yeah, but it wasn't because it missed you. Because you were standing in the right place, as opposed to the wrong place.
There we go. We went and got our hard leather armor here, and I guess we'll portal back. Burn through a bunch of mana unnecessarily.
Well, it's not like you're hurting for potions anyway.
Yeah, that's true, and I can probably drop this scroll of healing and do this, and then now we have a perfect looking inventory again.
Yeah.
Without weird shit sticking into it. Now, I suspect this is going to be total garbage.
Well, it definitely isn't going to have enough armor protection.
Oh, look, it's got resist all.
Resist all, how much?
13.
Oh, well, you know what? The amulet you picked up is better than that.
Yeah. I get 60 overall from that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't need that anyways, because I have that shield that I can equip.
Yeah.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Good thing I didn't buy that armor at the start of this episode. You were right. That would have been a terrible purchasing decision.
Yeah. That's what I found, generally speaking, is unless I see something very specific that I really, really want, I don't buy shit from him, right?
Yeah. Well, I buy shit just to get him to get new shit, basically.
It's just like one of our viewers who watches said, is that that Griswold is, what did he say? Griswold is a dirty con artist or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should actually I wonder if I can afford repairs on my flail without picking up more gold.
Probably. It doesn't cost that much to repair these things in relation to how much
What
gold
can I
you're
do
carrying
for you?
around.
No, I still have to pick up more gold. Still, though, it might be worth it with how much we're having to swing. I'll pick up this little gold pile.
Your durability is going to start to suffer here eventually, and you'll end up repairing it until it breaks before you can finish.
Yeah, well, it's just because
What can I do
enemies
for
near
you?
the end here are going to have upwards of 600 hit points.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm considering is how to make that stretch.
But you're still hoping to find a better weapon, right?
That's right.
And
We haven't had any luck on that.
you haven't had any luck on that. Who knows if you ever will.
Yeah.
You might end up finishing the game.
I might end up finishing the game with Stone Curse, just using Stone Curse as my attack.
Yeah, and this flail.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that you can keep the durability out it long enough.
That's right. Anyways, I suppose that'll be it for this episode.
Yeah, we're coming up pretty close to an hour, so I guess it's a little bit shorter episode than some, but
Sorry about that, guys.
not bad.
Yeah.
Yes, you just can't barge into a fresh
A new encounter.
a fresh dungeon level with this,
Well, and especially dungeon level 11 is next, and we could start to encounter nastier things down there.
Yeah.
Or we could end up with like a triple lightning level, or who the hell knows.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to think that you're almost into that realm now where you're going to be one episode per level kind of thing. Your pace is slowed, and it did last time too, right?
That's right, around this point too.
Yeah.
You just got to be cautious, right? Because you don't want to end up in a situation where you die, because when you die, you drop all your equipment.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Dying in this game is bad. You
And
don't
then
want to do that.
die in this game, and then you have to use this restart in town option, which is blanked out here.
Yeah,
And then you have to go down and retrieve your equipment. And do we have a spare set of equipment?
probably not.
No.
Yeah.
So it would be very horrible.
There's no spare tire in the trunk on this car.
That's right.
Okay, well, I guess that's probably it for this time around.
Indeed.
So until next time,
I'm RecV5.
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.